The education system, ladies and all the invited guests, students. It's a pleasure to be here today. As you know, over the last 2 years, the entire country is increasingly participation on a discourse about education. Never before in the history of this country, this level of discourse has been happening about education. I think this is a very good sign for all of us, because this demonstrates that every individual in this country are now recognizing the importance of education for sustainable growth and development, peace and stability and prosperity. Often in developing countries you will see that discourse about education, investment in education are left as a secondary issue, because normally developing countries, small island economies would tend to concentrate on areas which will provide immediate visible returns, such as construction of roads, construction of bridge, because this will immediately translate into votes. But unlike the standard norm, Fiji is increasingly investing in education. And this government, led by our Prime Minister Honorable Bainimarama, has set a new benchmark in terms of ensuring that everyone now participates in this process led by him to have an inclusive society based on knowledge as a base. That is the whole idea, is to deliver a knowledge-based society where everyone rises up the variables of ethnicity, religion, etc., and make decisions based on logic, reasoning, and ability to analyze hardcore facts. Ladies and gentlemen, in this journey, our Prime Minister noted that we need to ensure that everyone in this journey towards building a knowledge-based society, our Prime Minister noted that everyone is included, no one is left out. People in particular who are dropping out of the school system for different reasons. People out there in the villages who think that this is the end of their life. They can never see the vision about working in the formal sector. They can never see ever entering the gates of a tertiary institution. Never thought that they ever go to a university. People out there who have an aptitude in skill training, but because the higher education system does not recognize them, and therefore dropped out and gave up. This was noted by Honorable Prime Minister. Hence the establishment of Technical College. The Technical College has 12 campuses at the moment. 2 in Suva, 1 in Nassori, 1 in Nabwa, 4 in the Southern Division, 3 in the Northern Division, Vanikoro, Boa and Lambasa, and the rest in the Western Division, right from Reki to Singatoka. Ladies and gentlemen, the Technical College is led by young, able, very bright minds who have solid training, hands-on, and qualification in technical area. Engineers, draftsmen, all of these young, bright minds who have a vision to deliver, who have to make a mark. This is the leadership we have in the Technical College, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Prime Minister wanted to ensure that we take education closer to people. We take education closer to people. Hence, you would have noted when I gave out the distribution of the campuses. It is now in the second lot. The first lot we established the first 3. In the second lot, we've got pretty much covered the geographical terrain in Fiji, Level and Biti level. We're now looking at establishing a campus in Sabusabu, as well as one in Tabini, where we've got significantly large population, around 14 to 15,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the idea is that everyone is given an opportunity to acquire a particular skill which they have an aptitude in. It is not for failures, it is not for dropout, it is for people who have an aptitude in a particular area. Not everyone can become a chemist, a doctor, an accountant, an economist. It's what aptitude they have, the area of interest. Hence, this is the basic notion about Technical College, is to pick up those who may have an interest and aptitude in the skilled area. And also, secondly, is to address the labor market requirements. You would have noted, often every now and then employers raise this issue about shortage of carpenters or bricklayers or plumbers, etc. Here we are. Not only we offer, as alluded to by Director of Corporate Services, not only we offer 1 year level 2 certificate in the different trade areas, but we also offer short course in bricklaying, 3-week, 4-week course in bricklaying, tile laying, plumbing, etc., to immediately address the requirements of the labor market. Ladies and gentlemen, the labor market we're looking at is not only Fiji. 20, 30, 40 years ago, we were already talking about Fiji's labor market. For us, we're looking at the globe, at the labor market. So graduates from Fiji, given that we are very particular about the quality of the program that we are offering and therefore ability of us to deliver a finished product, we are following the qualifications framework. We have today amongst us the Director of the Higher Education Commission, Mrs. Salvatore Mbuka, and her team there is the ones who will come and do the assessment of the students to ensure that the program meets the level 2 of the qualifications framework. Ladies and gentlemen, we have graduated the first lot out of the 3 campuses: the Nambour campus, the Labasa Arya campus in Labasa, and the Navy Dr. Sokatari Sahib campus, and almost all of them, except for a small and significant percent, the rest of them, almost all of them have got jobs in the industry. Some of them were out in the streets. But this is the kind of qualification we're offering to ensure that the students are not shortchanged. They're able to, their qualification is portable, they're able to move from one country to the other, and this is guaranteed through the rigorous examination of the qualification by the Higher Education Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are entering into a new era to ensure that we further pick up those who may be looking at upskilling themselves and are at the moment not doing anything. And here we have the Minister for Labour and Industrial Relations Employment, Honourable Semi Korilabasau. We are now entering a MOU with the Ministry to ensure that all those students who are registering with NEC, if they are interested in upskilling themselves, we will do it. They will prepare the students, they will take the forms, they'll fill it up, they'll get the required data, and they will give us the whole submission, and we will then place them in the relevant campuses, relevant programs, and get them to graduate and send them back to them, and they will then liaise with the industry and get them into the labor market. So this is the basic core of today's function, is to give this signing that level of recognition and importance, because it's a new era in terms of assuring that we do not leave any stone unturned in terms of students not having information or support to get to the technical college. The Ministry of Labour has got branches throughout Fiji, so throughout their office they will be able to collect these submissions and applications, and then submit it to us, and we will basically take them into various campuses.
Firstly, I wish to acknowledge this great opportunity to be here as part of a milestone occasion in the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Education through its technical colleges and the Ministry for Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations through the National Employment Centre. Both institutions share a common goal through future government's policy in increasing employment creation activities in all sectors and having a sustainable labour environment. Under the National Employment Centre, the National Employment Centre is a one-stop shop that have an employment creation unit which has 4 sectors: the Formal Employment Service, Foreign Employment Service, Fiji Volunteer Service, and the Self-Employment Service, which is yet to be launched. The unemployment clients who are registered with National Employment Centre or NEC are required to undergo professional, counselling, aptitude test and life skill training prior to the undertaking of employment skills training. The Ministry of Employment is grateful to this collaboration, which will allow unemployed NEC clients to access short-term technical and vocational training provided by the Technical College of Fiji at no cost at all. Thank you, Honourable Minister for Education, for this great initiative. We thank the Ministry for Education for the capacity to provide this vocational and technical training, in addition to taking it out to the 4 main divisions in Fiji. At the recent graduation of the Technical College in Otok and Labasa, we have witnessed NEC clients attending and attaining their certificates. Prior to the compulsory education in place from last year, we had registered NEC as to create employment for the unemployed clients that we have around Fiji. As a result, 11,392 youths between the ages of 15 to 24 years, which represent 45% of the total unemployed persons, were registered in NEC. The signing of the MOU today will allow this individual to upskill themselves through the courses offered by the technical colleges in Fiji and find decent employment and improve their livelihood. Through this collaboration, the Ministry of Employment will work together with the Ministry of Education to increase the awareness of this program to make Fiji a knowledge and skill hub for employment creation and increase productivity generally. It will also enhance the competency of and the potential workers of the Fiji Skill Work Ready Pool for the Fiji employers to recruit from. At this juncture, I wish to thank the employers and the business houses who have absorbed unemployed NEC clients into their workforce. I also wish to invite employers and business houses to utilize the NEC database to either take registered clients on work attachments, on cost-sharing basis, or permanent employment. As recently announced in the 2016-2017 budget, employers can also take advantage of the business employment taxation scheme, where tax deductions of 150 to 300% will be applicable to wages paid on first full-time employees to continue and on apprenticeship-related areas of study. The above details are available in the tax policy measures of the 2016 and 2017 budget and will come into effect on the 1st of August this year. Such a move would add value to the requirements of the National Employment Center, whereby it states that an employer who employs more than 50 workers must engage suitably qualified unemployed person as attachees or volunteers on a ratio of 5% to the total number of workers employed by the employer. I therefore urge employers and business houses to take heed of this legal requirement. Finally, I want to thank the Honourable Minister for Education and the relevant stakeholders for this collaboration with the Ministry of Employment, and we look forward to the success of the program following the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. Naka Wakaleu, thank you, Dane Baraj.